It is announcement day. Time for the new sew-alongs. I'm so excited. I really get excited to announce what my next sew-alongs are for 2019. I'm Pat Sloan, and this is my Friday Fireside chat, actually happening on Friday. So two new sew-alongs. They'll come in 2019. Let's do the block of the month first. As you know, if you've been with me for a while, I host a free block of the month, one block each month for freequiltpatterns.info, a website that is builds websites for quilt shops. And so they hired me to run these programs, and I've run 5. I think we're going into year 6. And so we just finished Let's Go Camping. That's what that project was, is one block a month. And my quilt is quilted. Yay! But no binding on it yet. For some reason, I am in this binding vortex. I cannot seem to get binding done. I just have them all stacked, like 800 quilts ready to have binding. But I have I don't know what that is. Does anybody else have that? I mean, really, why can't I bind anything? I just can't. I think about it, but it doesn't get done. So the camping is quilted. Cindy Dennis Dickinson, who you know from my group, quilted it for me. You can see the stars. Yeah, so it's all done. Let me just hold it up like this. Ta-da! But there's no binding yet. So I will work on that in December. Yeah, and I'll get it done. And the other 800. I need some sort of binding intervention or something. I don't know what it is. I have never had this many sitting there for so long waiting to have binding put on. I think I just forget about them because they're in the other room. They're just stacked, and they look pretty all stacked. They look nice. Although it's getting a little out of control now. So, binding. Let's forget about that for a minute. Let's go on to what is the theme for the block of the month next year. It is out of this world. It's a spacey kind of theme, but not what you're expecting, I don't think. I've drawn the quilt, and it's all inspired by the fabric. I also was able to organize to have kits so that you can, if you want to do yours just like mine, you can get a kit. And here is, I know a lot of people love to do that because it's easy, then you don't have to really think about anything. You get to just work with everything like I am and have a good time. So here is the kit. I want to show you the fabric because I have to show you what inspired this whole thing. Because when I work, my quilts now, these free block of the months that I do and the free weekly sew along that I do are all about stories. I want to document and tell my stories and tell stories about life. You know, my life, things I've done, things I want to do. They are what is woven through my blocks via the theme and each block's story. So I need a little bit of inspiration sometimes to get that going, and it just hit. This just was like, bow, this is it. So we're going to take a look here. I have the fabric line called, I had the name here in my head a minute ago. But it's Stargazer. It's called Stargazer. So I love it because it is not a baby print that, you know, you could use it for a child, but it is not a baby print. It is a gorgeous line that has darling figures on it that we're going to see. So there's the Constellation. I'm in love with this. This will actually, there's a bigger piece of it that comes in the kit because you need it for the border. That's what's on the border. Then it's all in this sort of deep navy, blue, gray, and aqua and cream. So we have the dots. Take a closer look here, and then ta-da-da, the space fabric. Look here. Look at these guys. They are so darn cute. They're little bears, and I just love the planets. That's a tiger over here. Oh, we can't see him. Wait, here on top of here. That's a zebra. There's also a tiger. So we have a texture. So this texture is really nice. And then more little space guys. That's the backside of a bear. Here's the front of him, and that's on gray. Then the planets. Got the planets. I love this aqua. It's very soft. You can see the stars. Yes, and there's some moons. And then this moon fabric was like, this and the next one were it. This is why I came up with Out of This World. The moons, and then these super happy little moon faces. Oh my gosh, so darling. And then we're going to add in, we have some plaid and some gold. And then there'll be, we got over here, a polka dot. Pull it back here. Can we see that? Yes. Polka dot. Some more aqua. The gray base. So the blocks are already finished. I have the blocks aren't finished. I'm sorry. The design's already finished. The design's all set. I've got it all ready to go. I'll be able to start sewing, and there'll be one block a month, January to October, just like this year for Let's Go Camping. And in November of next year then would be sharing the quilt, like you can do for your camping now, and you know, the release of the next thing. So it's 10 months, one block a week. Well, there may be more than one block when I give it to you, but it's once a week. I mean, sorry, once a month. So this is the block a month. So it's once a month you get a block, or maybe the setting would be one of the months, because I always give the setting early. You know, so I don't want us to do settings at the end. If you have more time to do your settings, then you are much more likely to finish your quilt. That is my philosophy on it. My philosophy. Okay, let's talk about the second project, which is my weekly, 2019 weekly. This will be the third year that I've done a weekly. I started it because I found that a monthly is super fun, but it's, you know, like you then have other things you do. So I thought, what if we did weekly? And it was super simple. The blocks are simple. You can actually accomplish them, and I've loved it. So many of you have written to me, and you've said you have loved it. So we're like, yes, that is it. Weekly is the thing for me. Usually I've done two, like last year and the year before, the first year, I've done two projects. This one is going to go till the middle of May, January to the middle of May. Then I'll see, I might do two smaller projects next year. I have to decide, it's sort of see how it flows and how things are going. Maybe switch it up a little bit. But the whole goal is just to sew on Wednesday. So Wednesday morning you get up and you see what it is. Like the block of the month with Out of This World and Let's Go Camping and the previous, there is a theme to tell a story and to weave either memories or new things in. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Out of This World, I may have to take you to go see the space shuttle, because the space shuttle lives right by my house, just over there, and we can go see it. So maybe we'll do that. It's on my list. So the weekly is a flower bouquet, because I was again inspired by a set of fabric, and I love flowered fabric. I love flowered fabric. I mean, I just love it. That is, I think I quilt so that I can use flower fabric. Flowers inspire my quilting, inspire me. I am a gardener, but I'm kind of like a spring gardener. You know, I don't want to like after the garden's in, I'm like, good, there you go. I mean, we'll water you a little bit and you'll do good. But through the winter, what gets me going and through it is thinking and planning about spring, so that the flowers and looking at the colors and all of that. So we are going to build ourselves a flower bouquet during the winter this year. January to May, it'll be done. And this one will be a little bit different topic-wise within there, because it's not all memories. You know, there's, I think I'm having 20 blocks. Yeah, 20 blocks. And so it's not flower memories at all. there's going to be a lot of different things that I think about as far as gardens and just flowers in general. Just it'll be fun because it'll be a little bit different, and there'll be things that we can learn about even. So I'll show you. This one has a sort of a larger group of fabrics, and it's very happy. I'm so excited about this fabric. Okay. The fabrics are mostly art gallery fabrics this year. That's the ones that I loved. I think the Stargazer was a house line. I'm not sure about that. Okay, I'm getting the fabric all laid out here. Of course, I'm messing it up. Sorry. So let's look. Okay. This grouping is by Bonnie Christine, who is a gorgeous designer with Art Gallery, and I fell in love with this combo, this green into the yellows, the peaches, and then there's going to be more. There's more colors. There's more colors back here. Okay, so this is what kick-started it, plus words. I must have flowers, it says. I must have flowers, always, always, Claude Monet. This is like between this and I think this green. This absolutely made me think, yes, this is it. So here we have all kinds of gardeny kind of colors, and they're a bit, you know, they're image based. Look at this floral. So pretty. And the text. Now, there's some other pieces because I thought, I think it needs maybe a bit of purpley stuff in it. So, these here are from Amy Sinibaldi, and when we did In the Summertime, that was her fabric line. So I have, there's this gorgeous sort of purple and this gray with purples, and then another butterfly print. So there's a wide variety, which will all be based with white. I'm going to use white and a gray polka dot, but there's one more group. There's one more group here. Okay, I love the peach. So that, okay, I need to get a bit more peach. This is the same floral as the gray was, and then I found this really pop of purple. So I think that's going to cut up really nice, and some more word print, and then this plaid. So that is the group. So it's a little bit bigger group of different fabrics, you know, to pull together. And this kit you can get so it'll look just like mine. You'll have the exact same group of fabric as I have. There we go. So you can see this whole thing. I just think that's wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. What I love is that I know that this fabric will help me through the winter. That is what I'm looking for. Something that feels like spring and will, you know, have a really nice feel to it. This one I designed. The design is in a very rough stage. That's the way I work for the weekly ones. I sort of get it going, and then it sort of tells me where it wants to be, and then I wrap up the design. So I'm sort of playing around. This will be wall hanging size, not super big, you know, so you can actually quilt it yourself. It'll be good for that. This is the announcement day. This is this part of the video, but I have something else I can tell you about, because I have a little project, side project that I'm trying to get myself going on. So I thought I'd show you that, because maybe you have one too. There's the links here I have to go get more. You get the detail pages. I built a landing page for a flower bouquet. I've uploaded all the links to everything on the website so you can see it. And if you have done your camping quilt, remember it doesn't even need to have it doesn't even need to be quilted. If you just have the top, you can enter it in my giveaway. And I have a really nice surprise bundle to go to somebody who has made their camping top and shared it, and you have until late December to share that. So you still have time to get motivated, get that camping top done. Because remember, I gave you the layout months and months ago so that you could have it ready and just finish up at the end. So yours can sit and wait for binding like mine is. Tell me, do you do that? Tell me what it is you do. You know, it's like binding. It's like crazy. So I have, let's see, I have to put this somewhere. My studio is also starting to get like messy. So I have been doing hexes. And, you know, I think hexes are like those projects. Like, does everybody just, they're just lifelong projects? Like you just, like forever you make hexes and then eventually you do something with them? So I'll show you what I've been thinking about, because do I even have one of them done? Oh, here's one. So I have, ta-da, there's one. And this is one that needs one more. One more on there. And I have this bag of them. But for a while, what stalled me is that I'm sort of not good about, you know, some people will like just make the hexes, right? You see them, my girlfriend Ann is doing that. She just has like this whole beautiful tin. They're all really organized and they look really gorgeous. And she just makes them, and then she is using them. She's better than me. But mine get tossed in the bag, you know. And I've been doing these for, I don't know, like a year and a half. I mean, just, you've seen me probably on other things where I was, you know, some quick videos. What I'm doing is I'm using these papers that they're actually stay in. They're not ones you remove. My friend Helen Stubbings cuts these, and they can actually be fused, but I'm gluing them. And then I am using mini charm packs. So these are my friend Venky's from Northern Lights charm packs, because I decided that this should be kind of a wintry quilt. I don't know, I got stuck on winter at one point, so it's like a wintry quilt. But I want to show you what I'm thinking of doing, and then you can vote. So my girlfriends voted, and I'm not sure I like their plan. Sorry, girls, but I may go back to my first plan. So I have two plans. One would, let me just show you. We'll go down here, see what's going on. Okay, let me put we have a lot of, there we go. There's two under there. Okay. So I have a square, right? And this is my original thought. This fabric here is called a cross weave, and it's really very textural. And it has this super neat sort of lines through it, because it's actually a woven. It's a little bit different cotton than the regular cottons. But I love this cross weave. So I'm thinking one on each of these, and because they're kind of a directional background, that maybe the one next to it will go the other way, and then I would put, you know, oops, you have to see, do you put these this way, or do they go that way? Do you see the difference against, you know, the direction where I have one facing, or I have the two facing? So this is one on a square. But I had seen a hexagon where they used a bigger square and they did like 2 or 3 rounds. I'm trying to keep this white, gray, red, not any other colors. So here are some, you know, some other ones that I made. So if I did a bigger square and I went all the way around, I could do like just the color, like this. Of course, the gray you can't see so well. So those would have to kind of go in the middle. So let's do the red. So if I did the red all the way around, right? This would give it a little bit bigger hexagon, you know, a hexi unit. I have a huge giant hexagon quilt that I made years ago. It's never been quilted. I don't know, it's like about 110 by 110. It's some gigantic thing. I know where it is, the top. Someday I have to get it out. And I did that like one giant one. So they're not joined, you know, this would be just it. It's like making single flowers and appliquing to the background. So this is the second one I have. Now, because I could do it scrappy, you know, I could make some of these scrappy, but I'm thinking it seems to keep the design a little tighter if it's not scrappy. There's that option. I don't know. It starts to look like a mess, I think, a bit of a mess. Plus, I don't like those two together. They have to be changed. They were the same fabric print. But it kind of looks messy. Like if I did all red, that looks less messy. So all red and white. But I don't know that I want to do them, you know, I could do them all like this, but I have the gray one. Let me get another square. I'll just put that up here. So if I have the gray one, and I did, okay, you know, maybe it'd have to be the light gray. Maybe sometimes it would have a dark gray in the middle. Then I could do white. See, like some of them could be red, some of them could be white. Now that doesn't look quite as exciting. So I haven't gotten terribly far yet, but the thing is, we'll be traveling. We'll be traveling for Thanksgiving, and I want to take this with me. So I would like to know what my plan is. Let's see, I take it out here. You see both of them? Yeah, to go a little bit further. Oh, there we go, there we go. We got like, so I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I can't decide. I kind of like them like this, where they're one color in the ring. They maybe always have red in the middle. Decisions. I think I want to know because I'm tired of just making the single hexie. You know, I'd rather know where it's going to go and how it's going to go together. Plus, okay, I wanted to show you how I did that. I meant to do that when the camera was down there. Where did oh, here it is. I lost the, sorry. I'm right up in the camera. I lost that. Let me show you how I put these on here. If you've never done hexagons, you'll just be learning how to do something. You know, it's not, it's not hard. It's just not very firm. These are very soft and pliable. So that, you know, they bend really nice. They stay in. When they wash, they get really soft. There's like a piece of fabric in there. It's like any other stabilizer or things that you leave in your clothing. So I just want to show you really quick how I do these. If you're used to regular hexagons, you know, with paper, you might find that you have to get used to using these because they're not firm. You don't get that same super sharp crispness. Okay, so I have the glue stick. See the glue stick? It's well used. And what I'm doing is running a line of glue here, and it's blue so you can see it. And then I just fold that over, right? And then I just go either clockwise or counterclockwise, and I fold the next one over. And you get a feel for where that paper is. There we go. Do another one. And there's a lot of fabric on the back, which I don't mind. It's going to stay in there. It doesn't bother me at all. And then pull this over. So I'm just, as I go, I'm just gluing it around. And you get a feel for where that edge is. You can feel the edge of that hexy, you know, piece in there. And then at the end, I have this. And there we go. So he's done with the glue stick. Very, very simple. But I want to put them together. So you need to help me. You need to help me know whether I'm going to do all white or all red. Or I've definitely decided I don't want the scrappy, all the colors together, because I think that just looks messy. It's, you know, and someday I'd like to do one of those gorgeous big hexagon quilts, something really wonderful, you know, that looks like mosaics. But for now, I am going to do these flowers, and I'm going to applique them down with, you know, by hand. You could do them on the machine too. You could just glue them down to the background, and you could blanket stitch around, but you have to, I'm going to assemble them all by hand. But I really need your help. I really need you to tell me which way you liked it. Did you like it 2 rings? Did you like 1 ring? You know, because I think the colors I kind of can see now, but I need to know how many rings. And I actually, in anticipation that this would be something I can pick up often and just do like 10 minutes a day, right? 10 minutes a day. I actually bought some more mini charms. I bought some that have the similar colors. So there's Winter Village. It's really cute. And Snow by Wenke. It has the dark gray. And then Winter's Lane, which I'm like, love this line. There's a few people using this for Merry and Bright. It is so, so cute. So I'll put links to those too if you want to see what those are. This is kind of a weird fall day, because the snow is melting. There's like, you know, it came yesterday and it's like now like drained, you know, water is everywhere. I took a walk, went to get my coffee since I couldn't go yesterday. I mean, this is like how I get myself to walk. If I go out in the cold, I get to go have a coffee, because I brought iced coffee back, but it's because that's what I like in the house. And I don't know if it's going to snow again. It was just weird to have snow so early. And I will try to pop in with maybe a short video the next 2 Fridays or Saturdays, but they'll be pretty short because I'll be away with my family, and you know, I just have to sort of do like maybe do a quick one and tell you what's going on. Okay? Thank you for being here. I'm Pat Sloan with my Fireside Chat on Friday. What day is it? It's November 16th. See you later.